Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you how to build a breakfast nook. In my situation, this is the only eating area that I have, so it's a breakfast, lunch, and supper, and snack and homework nook. So we're gonna have some additional storage. I've got this little space behind me here and it's completely unusable. I put a table in, and because I'm in a bungalow, it feels like it's in the middle of the floor constantly. They're both going to have lids that they open up, and I can store all the crafts and all the mess inside. Having a hard time figuring out what size to make your benches? Just take them off. You'll be able to play with the size of your table, the size of the benches before you have to commit to anything. Start by marking off the floor and the wall of the length that you have chosen for your bench. Because I'm building around a heater and I'm not building a back on the bench, I'm just gonna put a cleat on the wall so nothing interferes with the heater. Because it's just me doing most of these projects, I always get the hardware store to rip my plywood right down the center. It's free for the first cut, and it's so much easier to work with when you're doing this by yourself. So then you're going to cut your benches to size. Now remember, in my scenario, because we are doing it around a baseboard heater, we're not putting a back or a bottom on the benches. I'm saving as much money as possible here, and you're only going to be cutting the front of your benches for now. So what you're seeing me do right now is I'm finding where I want to put the vents for the heat so that it escapes nicely and it's not trapped inside, but it still looks nice. And this bench is going to be a butt joint. So there is 16 inches on the right-hand side. I'm going to mark off first because that's where I'm going to attach the other bench. So with the remainder of the board that doesn't have your butt joint attachment, that's where you're going to place your vents. I'm doing 2. Where I have marked vent is where I'll be cutting out, but you can also put a floor vent on the face of the bench. I might do that after for a bit more ventilation. I'm not sure yet. Once everything is cut, make sure you sand to about 220 grit or more. You're going to be painting it, so you do want a smooth finish. And bring it in, lay it over top of your painter's tape, and you're going to see how easy it actually is to get this thing together. So the next thing you need to do is get your cleat on the wall. Just make sure that it is level with your bench height and that it goes into the studs. Don't forget those studs. I also added some PL just for a little bit of extra stability. Now you need to do your side pieces. This is totally situational, completely depends if you have a heater, how big your heater is, etc. But as you see what I'm doing, you'll be able to tweak it to do your own sides. So this is where I just measured the height and width of the heater. So I'm going to be cutting the square length times width with that part cut out. So a good tip on how to easily attach your hinge: cut the top of your bench exactly to the size as if you're going to be screwing it on and it's not going to move. And then 2 inches closest to the wall, 2 or 3 inches, rip it and attach a hinge. And it's just that simple.